Minority Leader is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I'm going to thank my colleague for yielding. And Mr. Speaker, I think I must be confused. The unemployment rate in our country is at over 9.5% as I speak. The unemployment rate in my home state of Ohio is now over 11%. 2 million Americans have been put out of work since the stimulus bill was signed into law. Our budget deficit is already this year over $1 trillion and expected to reach nearly $2 trillion. And faced with this news, what's the House doing today? We're talking about a $700 million welfare program for wild horses and burros. Is it any wonder, Mr. Speaker, that our constituents may be confused about their Congress? Let's get this straight. We're debating a bill to spend millions of dollars to save wild horses, but yesterday, Democrats in the House blocked Republicans from offering an amendment to prevent federal dollars from being spent on saving unborn children. Oh yeah, $700 million today to save wild horses and burros, and yesterday we weren't even allowed to offer an amendment to save the lives of unborn kids. That doesn't make any sense to me, but I think, Mr. Speaker, most of my constituents would look up and go, well, that's just Washington being Washington. And it doesn't make any sense that we're debating a welfare program about wild horses when the American people really want to know where are the jobs? You know, debating this bill, I frankly think, is an insult to the American people who are out there looking for work, small businesses who are looking for customers trying to keep their doors open. And if Democrats want to do something serious here in this House, they should join with Republicans and focus our efforts on those things that will help create jobs in America, which, after all, is the number one priority of the American people. Probably ought to do a few other things. If we're going to talk about creating jobs and keeping jobs in America, maybe we ought to scrap Speaker Pelosi's national energy tax, which is going to cost us about 2.5 million jobs every year over the next 10 years. Or maybe we should shelve the government takeover of health care that's being debated in several of our committees as we speak, which is going to take the private health care away from millions of Americans and shove them into some government-run system. And on top of all that, has a giant tax on small businesses. It taxes employment and is even going to lead to even greater job losses in our country. But if we're serious about wanting to create jobs, maybe we could work together to bring the American Energy Act to the floor of this House, our all-of-the-above energy strategy, which will create well over 1 million new jobs here in America, bring us more energy to the marketplace with lower prices, reduce our dependence on foreign sources of oil, and guess what? If we do all of the above, we'll actually have much cleaner air than the bill that passed here last month. Mr. Speaker, I think American families and small businesses deserve better than what they're getting out of this Congress. They expect us to work together on their behalf. They expect us to deal with issues that will help get this economy moving again and help create jobs, not to be debating a $700 million program, welfare program to save wild horses and burros. I think the gentleman's amendment is a good amendment. His amendment will cost $500,000. That's $699,500,000 less than the underlying bill. It'll be at least a step in the right direction, and maybe our constituents, Mr. Speaker, would think that we've got some sense for once in our lives. I yield back.
Gentleman yields back the balance of his time.